Hi, welcome back to ATFX Trading. Let's take a look into Usdjpy weekly forecast for January 24th to 28th of 2011. Usdjpy is trading around 82.55. Now, let's see into technical view for the forthcoming week. In weekly chart, if we draw a trend line from this high to this lower high, which is connecting from 2nd May of 2010 high to 7th of January 2011. Now, this trend line seems to act as a very strong resistance from weekly chart, which is the same trend line which we plotted on our last blog. Now, in H4 chart, if we draw a Fibonacci retracement from this low to this high, which is from 31st December of 2010 to 7th January of 2011's high, we have the price retrace to 61% of this wave, which is at 81.98, and it was hard for the price to break below this level and bounce back to the trend line, which is acting as a strong resistance from weekly chart. If we draw an upward trend line from this low to this high, it seemed to form a symmetrical triangle chart pattern. And now we have three possible ways the USDJPY could move for the following week. The first one, price touching the 61.8 at 81.98 and bouncing back again to the strong resistance and channeling inside this symmetrical triangle, or price breaking this upward support trend line and heading south to 80.93, which is December 31st 2010 low, or price breaking above this strong trend line, which is acting as a resistance and heading north to the immediate resistance at 84.37, which is also a double top formation on November and December's high of 2010. Now, let's mix up this technical view with the fundamental economic data to see which is more sensible. On January 25th, Tuesday, BOJ, the Bank of Japan, interest rate decision to maintain the rates at 0.1, which is lesser than the current US interest rate 0.25, and on January 26th, on Wednesday, the FOMC meeting announcement the federal fund rate to maintain at 0.25, which is higher than the Bank of Japan's interest rate 0.1. So this makes a sense that the strong trend line, which is acting as a resistance, could be broken and the price to head north to the immediate resistance at 84.37. And all other US economic data such as consumer confidence index, new home sales, durable good orders, and GDP, gross domestic product, all forecasted to be positive for US, except the jobless claim, which forecasted to be negative. And what if the price breaks below this support trend line and head to 80.91, which is December 31st 2010 low, also a 15 years low of 1995 April. So Japanese government would intervene the market by selling yen for dollar to the domestic exporters. So which is good for us that we can go long USDJPY if the price hit 80.91. I would like to share with you a report from CRS Congress on Japan's currency intervention policy issue updated July 13, 2007, where on page 7 we can see a chart from 1972 to 2006. The currency intervention by Japanese government to depreciate the yen from rising. Unfortunately, they were unsuccessful. They couldn't completely weaken the yen, but they were only reducing the rate of appreciation of yen. And again they tried to intervene here and it was unsuccessful, and it was only reducing the rate of appreciation. And again they intervened here and it was unsuccessful, it was only reducing the rate of appreciation of yen. And in page 12, we can see in case of a Toyota Motors, it is estimated that the company's profit increases by 25 billion yen, 227 million US dollars a year for every yen the currency depreciates against the dollar. which means if the currency is depreciated from 82.5 to 83.5, Toyota Motor is making 227 US dollar per annum. Where if it is appreciating by 82.5 to 81.5, they are losing 227 million US dollar per annum. Which means Japan is in deflation and its exports are costly in abroad. So they try to intervene the currency market by selling the Japanese yen or dollar to the domestic exporters, or by doing open market operation by buying toxic assets by increasing the money supply within the country to reduce its value. So, in conclusion, go long Usdjpy if it's breached this support and touches 80.91, and D1 stochastics 1433 and 533 crosses above and head to 80, or if it breaches the strong resistance and the D1 stochastics 1433 and 533 crosses up, go long till 84.37. So that's all about the weekly overview on Usdjpy. Thanks for watching us and stay tuned for more videos.